5 minutes, it's all I ask you now. 5 minutes without proving anything to anyone. 5 minutes without negotiating with the mind. 5 minutes to install silence where it was in a hurry before. Close the doors you can, diminish the brightness of the screen, feel with the spine upright and let the shoulder weight fall. Here, the hurry does not send. Here, who decides is their inner power. Note how the noise convinces you to talk more when, in fact, what you need is to hear better. With each notification and every opinion it invades, the mind runs to explain, justify, defend. And the more she speaks, the less you hear yourself. Emerson reminds us, in other words, that nothing external legitimizes a well-made decision inside. Self-confidence is not built on the scream. It is born in the silence that weighs, feeds on discipline, and proves itself in small gestures that do not ask for applause. This is what you are going to practice now, a 5-part ritual. 5 minutes, to silence the noise, lower anxiety, and recover the direction now. Before you do, understand why. Let nature teach you. Light does not overcome the mist by force, but by constancy. She crosses. No hurry. Do not dispute. Just fulfill your nature. Emerson would call this character, stay true to what is superior to you when the world causes. Life responds to the value you deliver regularly, not the volume of the noise you produce. This is the mental law that you will put in the body. What you repeat with intention, record. What records, governs. Start the ritual now. There are 5 blocks of 1 minute. You don't need perfection. You need presence, and I will guide you. In the first minute, practice total stillness. Do not speak. Do not touch the cell phone. Look at the horizon, not to the screen. Loosen the jaw. Push your teeth lightly. Feel your feet on the floor. Inspire without making noise, and just notice the air entering. Let the hurry hit, and leave without invitation. Do not fight with her. Stay in the second minute. Make a rectangular respiration for qualt. Inhale through the nose, counting up to 4. Hold up to 4. Release up to 4. Rest with the empty lungs, counting up to 4. Repeat this perfect square for 2, 3 laps. Breathing is the switch of its reactivity. When you organize it, the body obeys. In the third minute, install a double body anchor. Touch one hand on the back of the neck, and the other over the hands resting on the legs. Feel the skin temperature, the texture of the fabric, the weight of the arm, without judging, and write it down internally. I'm here. The body learns by signs. Give simple, firm, and repeatable signals. In the fourth minute, make a minimalist sensory scan. Name in silence 3 sounds of the environment, 2 textures you feel, and a point of light you see. Do not adjective. Do not create stories. Just realize, the gift is the place where your attention again obeys you. In the 5th minute, apply the anchor sentence. Repeat in a low voice 3 times with the breath cadence. I drive inside. Repeat again. I drive inside. One more. I drive inside. Now create your brief phrase for this moment in the same spirit. Use this example only as a reference and create yours. Today I walk in calm and deliver the essentials. Repeat your sentence 3 times, paused, with the spine erect, and feel the body agreeing. This is how an internal decision begins to rule the external gesture. If this start has already downloaded the noise inside, enjoy this video and subscribe. From here the training deepens. You will learn to protect this state and turn it into delivery. Notice what is different now. The longest breath, the less hurried look, the more spacious chest. Useful calm is not expecting. It is direction. The right silence does not keep you away from life. He approaches you the step that matters. And when you approach the step that matters, the world loses the authority of dragging you. From this point, every time a trigger appears, an email crossed, an aggressive tone, an invitation to discuss, trigger the 15 positrinticangs. Make 15 seconds of conscious silence. Look far. Let go of the jaw. Let your shoulders go down and let the air get out and leave. Then make 30 seconds of useful minimum gesture. Open the right file. Write the first sentence. Close the wrong tab. Step out of the noisy place. Finish with 15 seconds of check. Am I on the way? If so, continue. If not, adjust a millimeter. Use this example only as a guide and create yours. A tense message has come. Silence for 15 seconds. Close the distraction tab. Write an answer from a sentence with the next step. Breathe again and send. The conversation yields less conflict and more advance. While the others shoot, you decide. Apply now a refinement that changes the day. The anchor phrase rule of a line. Before you act, write a line answering what is essential here, and say this line low once. Then act immediately. No speeches, no pages, a sentence. Use this example only as a reference, and create yours. Close in 3 topics and send to 16 hours. Say that and start. Feel the difference between frantic activity and sufficient action. The short sentence cuts the long noise. Also, install the A sentence plus next gesture tool. Whenever an interaction asks for your energy, respond with a synthesis phrase and a minimum gesture that moves. It is not rude, it is service. Use this example only as a reference and create yours. To move forward, I send version 1 now and confirm to 18 hours. Enter, east, move and follow. You don't need many words. You need clarity and commitment. To consolidate the presence, practice a daily minute of self-control. Adjust the posture, use the low voice, and synchronize the words with the breath, repeating, calm, clear, useful, present, firm. Repeat again, calm, clear, useful, present, firm, and once again, calm, clear, useful, present, firm. This is not magic. It is rail. Trails carry trains, including the train of your attention, to the same reliable place every day. Now repeat the mantra of identity low. I choose the silence that makes me strong. Repeat once more, and repeat again. To fix the habit, now go down to the comments and write the silent word silence, followed by your anchor sentence of a line of today, without justifications. A line. Clara, real. I will fix the best micro rule of the day. Direction before emotion. Emotion follows who decides. Also train the fast resumption, because life will not stop for your practice. When the attention is kidnapped, and it will happen, perform the return ladder in 60 seconds. 15 seconds of rectangular breathing. 15 look far. 15 reading of your anchor sentence, and 15 minimum gesture. In a minute, you step back on the axis. You don't fight with your mind. You give the body direction, and the body teaches the mind who is in charge. Close your eyes for 30 seconds and visualize a noisy city. Cars, voices, ads, steps. Stop on a corner and stay still for 5 seconds. The world continues to move, but you install an obedient stillness. No hurry. Remember the ritual. 2 cycles of rectangular breathing. Hand in the neck and hands. Minimal sensory scan and its anchor phrase once. Feel a silence ring round you. Voices pass, and you make a useful gesture. Write a line. Send a breakthrough. The noise follows, but it does not rule you. I choose the silence that makes me strong. See how the ritual works in 3 everyday scenarios and applies now. At work, when the meeting ignites, it does not dispute for volume. Silence 15 seconds. Write down a steering line and say, to be useful, I propose to close in 3 topics and register today. In the end with advance. To advance, I document and send at 18 hours. Now create your advancement phrase, with time, and repeat in a low voice. In studies, when the material seems too big, do not discuss with the mind. Make a minimal gesture. Close the tabs that do not serve. Breathe, anchor, and whisper. Calm, clear, useful, present, firm. Then create your focus sentence. Use as a summary the introduction and review cohesion in the next block, and say it low once. In the family, when the conversation truncates, don't explain too much. Stop, breathe, pause, 15 trinticangs and say a simple phrase that keeps the relationship and moves the solution. I want to understand and solve one thing at a time. Let us close this point today at 20 hours. Create your alignment phrase, short and serene, and repeat. Service is proof. Consistency creates respect. Do not ask for a signal, be the signal. Now organize the environment to work for your silence. Install a 30-minute digital truce at the noisiest time of the day. Put the phone in another room. Leave on the table only what belongs to the next delivery and, at the end, write a delivery line, what was done, and an impact line, what improved. It is fast, simple, and real. This is how silent compensation operates. You accumulate value until the world needs your standard. Create the quiet impact wall. It can be a physical picture or a digital folder. Record 3 micro trunks per week without fanfare. a photo of the scratched checklist, a print of an advanced response and an impact phrase. On Sunday night, elevates the 3 golden races, not to post, to remember your mind that you have a history of presence. Also review your circle of calm, people, applications, spaces. Keep those who mirror your commitment and silence those who distract you with elegance and firmness. Now make an environment decision. Disable notifications for 25 minutes. Put the phone out of reach and write the first line of what needs to be delivered. Repeat your decision in a low voice. Rhythm is greater than haste. Service is proof. Consistency creates respect. Approval distracts. Alignment builds. Value calls return. Certainty is silent. Calm down is power under control. You may ask, what if I fail? You will fail. Me too. Failing is human. Remaining in error is that you ask for justification. When you stumble, recite the sequence and come back. I breathe 4 times. Make my feet. Read my sentence. Run 90 seconds. Write a delivery line. Do not turn the stumble into identity. Transform into information. Instead of I'm like that, say I learned it, and follow. The character is built on the return. Some common questions and the answers you should repeat. How to start when nothing flows. Repeat. I start with the slightest gesture with dignity and make the first line. How to take up after the error. Repeat. I start small and close a block and perform a 25-minute block. How to say no with respect. Repeat. Now, I can't with quality. I return you tomorrow at 10 o'clock and do it. How to avoid rework. Repeat. To move forward, I document and send today at 18 hours and document. How to maintain energy until the end of the day. Repeat. I take care of myself to last. Walk 15 minutes without cell phone. Drink water, stretch and come back. Notice the coherence. Short, repeatable phrases that do not ask for explanation. Ask for action. You install rails and rails drive. The mind respects who repeats with intention. Test the strength of your ritual under pressure. Imagine a rough message at 11 o'clock in 52 minutes, with a delivery at noon. The desire is to answer in the same coin. Stop. 15 seconds of conscious silence, shoulders down, loose jaw. Run 30 seconds of useful minimum gesture, close to distracting tabs. Open the delivery document. Write the first final sentence. Make 15 seconds of check. Am I on the way? The answer may come after the first 5-minute block, and, when it comes, come with your sentence. To move forward, I send version 1 now, and confirm at 18 hours. You are no use firmness, you protect the course. Another scene, you are in public transportation, tired and with your mind. Apply the mental version of the ritual 300 seconds, to rectangular breathing cycles. Discreet touch on the neck and hands. 3 sounds, 2 textures, 1 point of light and its anchor sentence once. I drive inside. You do not control the noise from the outside. You governs yours inside. And an intimate scene. That conversation that always ends badly. Not today. Today, silence before argument. 15 seconds lower there inside. A phrase points forward. A practical gesture confirms the direction. You do not need the last word. You need the next correct action. I choose the silence that makes me strong. Say once more, breathing entirely, I choose the silence that makes me strong. And repeat again, I choose the silence that makes me strong. If you want to consolidate once and for all, apply this 7-day plan, always creating your phrase from the spirit of the example. On day 1, practice the ritual 300 seconds in the morning. Create your sentence, repeat 3 times, and perform a makruh. On day 2, use the 15 pause, Trinta Kangs 3 times throughout the day. Create your phrase light and always repeat. On day 3, apply the anchor sentence of a line before each task. Create yours, say it low, and start. On the 4, answer everything with a sentence and next gesture. Create your advancement phrase. On day 5, install the 30-minute digital truce and finish a micro task. Create your commitment phrase. On the 6th, feed the wall of the quiet impact with 3 makruhs. Create your impact line. On the 7th, write 5 lines of synthesis of the week and plan the next micro law. Create your opening sentence. While practicing, carry the mental pocket the rehooks. Rhythm greater than haste. Service is proof. Consistency creates respect. Approval distracts. Alignment builds. Value calls return. Certainty is silent. Calm down is power under control. Repetition is not punishment, it is method. Now make one last view a little longer, to settle everything in the body. Imagine that you walk a voices. Some charge, some seduce, others confuse. Feel the desire to answer all. Not today. Today, silence inside. Stop. Let the column grow. Relax the chin. Broaden your breath. Think, calm, clear, useful, present, firm. Allow the body to agree, without anger, without urgency, without a spectacle. Choose something to do now, and do one. When you finish, write a delivery line, and follow with each one. A world of noise loses power over you. You do not need to overcome reality. You need to honor the next gesture. Take this synthesis in your pocket and repeat with me, sealing a packed silence before you act. Say less, deliver better. Repeat until it becomes character. If this ritual brought useful calm, subscribe and save this video. Reopen for 7 days to train your mental law and transform silence in practical direction. In the fixed comment, answer, silence. Write your anchor phrase today on a line. I will read and fix the best micro rule of the day. Share with someone who needs calm with course. I finish as I started. You don't need more noise, you need method. It needs silence with purpose. When the internal will aligns with what is superior to you, the world loses the authority of dragging you. The noise can continue, the city can follow, the discussion may exist. But from now on, who decides is their trained silence? I choose the silence that makes me strong. I choose the silence that makes me strong. I choose the silence that makes me strong. Now subscribe, save the video, practice for 7 days, and share with those who need this calm directed. The world will continue to ask for reaction. But today, the driving is you.